This conference will now be recorded.
I extend a warm welcome to all the participants who have joined this AICT sponsored 2-week faculty development program organized by Department of Business Administration, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, Ludhiana from 26th October to till 7th November through GoToMeeting app. Today, I, Dr. Navdeep Kaur, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, is going to summarize and discuss the key points of all the expert session being taken by expertise of this faculty development program. I welcome you all. On the first day, on the beginning, first day, that is 26th October, we have invited Chief Guest Dr. A.S. Chavla, Vice Chancellor, RMT University. What they have given important pedagogical issues and tools in education. That is a very important aspect they have covered. And the first thing they said, we have to ask ourselves what we meeting the are we meeting the inspiration of students? And for that thing, we have to ask these questions to ourselves. We should analyze the pedagogical issues, what we are delivering to our students. It is up to date, and we have to spend or invest some time to make things interesting, comfortable for our students. And we have to involve ourselves, not for students, but for own sake, because the enjoyment we are going to get things the things are going to get easier. Then for that purpose, we need to take the feedbacks, apply your own methodologies. We have to take the feedbacks. According to that, we have to apply own methodologies, methods for teaching. Intervention, that is a very must question here is intervention. We have to ask the question to our students, what is going in the lecture. That means these things we need to ask from ourselves at the last. This will give us immense satisfaction what we are delivering to the students, and students are getting the particular responses from our side. That is very much important. That means we have to ask from ourselves these questions, and we have to meet the inspiration of our students. That's why we are in this field, and we are in this field because of our choice. It is not mandate to be in this field. As a teacher, we have to be responsible enough for our students. Second, on the first day, second session is taken by Dr. P.K. Tulsi, and she covered learning outcome and pedagogical techniques, and both two sessions have been covered by ma'am. Other one is concept and dimensions of effective teaching. That is covered by P.K. Tulsi. She is from NITTR Netter, Chandigarh. She said we need to be very competent. That means we have to upgrade our knowledge, skills, and that will our learning outcome. We need to defining our efficiency. Whatever we giving to our students, that should be very much productive. Another one, they're saying we have to define the programs, and what a student is able to do at the end. Your future outcome and the goal should be smart. That means it should be specific, and it should be measurable, and it should be attainable and achievable, and it is more realistic. And we have to that thing in a we have to define that thing in a timing. That means we have to frame that particular thing in a with respect to the timing. That is a very important things. Another thing, she has discussed the mental process. We have to apply these 5 things remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. That is very much important in our profession. Remembering what we are instructed, analyzing, we have to analyze, evaluate, creating new, designing the concept. Another one is we are saying understanding understanding, getting the concept. All we have to question ourselves: why, when, what, where. That is very much important. Another one is we have to apply, we need to calculate, and we need to try to solve the problems. That is a very much important in teaching. Next one, for effective teaching, that means we have to introduction and proper explanation, give the explanation to our students, ensuring participation by the students. Again, very important. If we are having a class of 60 students, how are you going to involve all the 60 students? You may divide the whole class in a groups and give the some case study or some another activity. That means these things ensuring participation from the student sides, taking consistent feedback after each and every session with the students. We have to take the feedback what we are delivering to our students, and at the end of the session or end of the lecture we have to summarize the topic. Use of method media like videos and presentation. If you want to create the interest of students, we need to give the to show the videos to the students. Some kind of the presentation should be there in our classes. That means your topic will be more interested. That means student will like your teaching very well. Another one is, second is on the third session that is undertaken by Dr. Bhupinder Pal Singh Chahal, Chandigarh University. He said role of knowledge management in education is very much important. What is knowledge? Whatever we are grasping, we have to awareness, understand various aspects, like we need to get the experiences, we having the skills, we need to develop some kind of principles, we need to see the insights and study investigation. That is a proper way of doing a lecture preparation. That is a very much important. Another one is a knowledge management, is a process of creating, sharing, using, and managing the knowledge and information of an organization. That means whatever we have created for our lecture, we have to share with the students, we have to share with the other colleagues also. And how you going to manage if you are getting some new updates from the other faculty member, you need to update that also in that particular things. With an advent of internet, where data information can be transferred from one end of the world to another, that too at the speed of light, knowledge management has become most important and asset for any knowledge based organization. That means we in education, we need to be very much concerned with these things. How you going to manage your information, your knowledge, how you're going to share your knowledge with the students or other faculty members, and you need to update yourself with the pace of speed of light, and we have to be on a very much on this track. Another thing is in education, that is what information is the use and interaction of information with the human mind, which gives its meaning and purpose. That means we have to acquire knowledge and then apply the knowledge, and we have to share the knowledge with others also, with the students and with our faculty, our colleagues also. That's a knowledge management is very important in education. And very much is it is also important in engineering education. That is again very much very important thing. Another one is knowledge management, maximizing organization knowledge related effectiveness and prosperity with the sustainability competitive advantage. These also again now we are the world in we are in 21st century, and competition is very much there in the this particular field. That means we have to maximize the knowledge we get, that is again very much important. We need to expand new courses, we need to increase our student retention, and we need to rate with the graduation, work to analyze the cost effective use of marketing technology, and many more strategies we need to adapt in our this field. Other one is on the second day, 27th October. Second day, the first session is taken by Dr. Jagvinder Singh. He's a professor and head of humanities and management department, NIT Jalandhar. He said the role of academic leadership is very much important. Whatever we are learning, teaching learning process, the academic leadership role is there. It is being a transactional leadership. What we are giving, that means suppose I am as a student and you as a faculty, that is called transaction analysis. That means one, suppose I am as a student reacting as a student and you as a reacting as a teacher, that is a transaction analysis between two people. That freedom is there for the teachers and students also. More initiative they become, they need to be in an education system. The main role of a teacher is to provide psychological inspiration. That is very much important in today's world. That means we have to continuously to update our students and motivate our students. Competition is there, we need to collaborate with other things also. What is the objective of education system? That must be viewed with the organization as a whole, not a individual personal goal. That means we are here in the education system, we need not to define ourselves, we need to upgrade the system also. We need to not take as a personal goal, we need to take as a organization goals. That means if I am developing, my organization is also developing. That again be our motive in this field. And teacher is a social entrepreneur. That is a very much important. Teacher should be grow a good brand image of institution. The function must be divided in a percent. That means 50% teaching is there, 32 research, that you have to find the and analyze the actual need of this for the students. 20% to institute building or management. That means we are transferring knowledge. And another is transaction learning must not be there. That means we have to transfer our knowledge with the others also. The critical factor of e-learning is an emotional connect with the audience and presenter. That again, it is a very much critical success factor we can say here is. Physical classes are more transformational than online learning. That we know, when we are physically present with the students, they are more interactive. If we are on e-learning, we are using e-learning sources now these days, but again there is no interaction between the students and faculty. Second session is taken by second or third session is taken by Dr. Pratibha Goyal on 27th. She told us the work-life balance, digital era causing stress among people and harmonizing interpersonal relations. That is a very much important for us as a teacher. What are the modern life full of stress and strains? What are the warning signs we are getting it from these days? Psychologically, depression is there, helplessness, boredom is there, and negative attitudes and thoughts are also there. How to decrease our things, that is again a very much important. We have to prioritize our work and lifestyle, and it support physical, emotional, and family and community health does not so without grief, stress, and negative impact. We have to prioritize our work and lifestyle. Another thing is key concept of work-life balance is we are having a balance between the both things. One is enjoyment, another is achievement. We have to love your work. We need to love our work, accept the challenging, enhance our capability, and we have to prepare to grow further. That is a very much important in today's modern life. That we now these days pandemic has happened, and we have how to cope up with that. That means stress, anxiety is very much there in the people, even in the students also. How you going to tackle all these things? That means you have to balance each and everything in your work and lifestyle. Another one is, so how do you in stress management, how you going to manage your stress? That means sincere effort, do not get unrecognized. Some positive thinking is there. Turn your weaknesses into strength, and good interpersonal relationship is there to cope the stress. Networking is a very much important, and for that thing we need to earn well and save well. Whatever we are earning, that means you have to save that much key. You need not to be ask any help from the other people. Another one is on the second day on 27th, the fourth session is taken by Soni Goyal, director, My Career, founder Prayas. She said ki teacher as a learner realizing teacher's potential. Three things are very much important: time, prospecting, and willingness. Three important points are there. Teacher as enabler, teach students difference between learner and educator. Give your 100%. Learning and doing, that means your action should be there. You're learning, when you're learning speak, that means your action is going to be a more louder. Keys in asking question, you have to frequently ask the question from the students. Make students more participate to make them listen. Make comfortable and give the safe environment to the students. Take a course, enhance your own efficiency. That is very much important in today's world. On the third day of the faculty development program, that is 28th October, the first session is taken by Dr. Rakesh Watts, professor and head media and continuing education center, NETAR, Chandigarh. What is the right attitude for teacher for effective teaching? He explained success doesn't mean the absence of failure. It means attainment of ultimate objective, and it means winning the war, not the battle. Attitude. What the attitude is a manner, disposition, feeling with regard to a person and think tendency or orientation, especially of the mind. It is partly inherent and partly acquired. Attitude is three component of attitude is very much important. We can say ABC, right? One is here cognitive part is your thoughts, affection is your feeling, B is a behavioral, that means your action and reaction part. That again very much important in teaching. Attitude plus ability, that is equal to success. Guideline for developing the positive attitude. These are the guidelines. Be a good finder, make a habit of doing it now, develop an attitude of gratitude. That is a very much important. Build positive self-esteem. The first thing we only inculcated in three things that is given by Maslow, that physiological, second is security, third is a that means a social our society. We are very much attached with our friend circle, with our colleagues, and after that we are having a self-esteem. That is a very much important in our life. Stay away from negative influence. We have to difference with the people who are having a negative thoughts, and in this field we need to be very positive toward our students in our environment. Learn to like the things that need to be done. That is again a very important thing. Another session is a second session on 28th is taken by Mr. Soni, director, My Career, founder Prayas. He explained classroom management for effective teaching. That is very important. Make students mind focused and relaxed because they learn through own senses. Make them enjoy your presence in the class. Use your student for engagement. make them give some more inputs by themselves, attend classes of your colleagues, sorry, the colleagues aega, and make them attend your classes or subject masters. And we have to allow other faculty, other colleague to come and sit in my class, and whatever I am covering in the class, you see, and how going to update after the class. When the class is over, you ask to from your colleague what are the things that need to be included in this session, how I'm going to update myself regarding this topic. That is a very much important. But what we thought, we said ki no, we don't want to other person to sit in my class, but this is not to be done. It should be like that. We have to create the environment. Okay, I'm learning from you and you learn from me, treating every child as a unique soul. That means we have to see the students as feel them they you are a unique, you have a unique personality and you are different from the others. How you going to treat them, that again a mastery of this thing, how as a teacher. Another aspect, so on 28th we have swapped that session Nidhi Futela with Tejinder sir, Dr. Tejinder. On the third day, he explained rebuilding economy Bharat after COVID-19. That is from last 7-8 months, we are in the very much dilemma of COVID. Everywhere where we are saying that cases are going increases day by day. That means what is the impact? Impact is, they are saying it's very less, but direction is very important. We need to recover from the COVID. That he explained the four road to recovery shapes: V shaped, U shaped, W shaped, and large shaped. That means V shaped, where quickly recover after post lockdown; U shaped, longer downturn, eventually return to normal; W shape, that we have to quickly brief uptick, suggesting recovery, second decline before ultimate recovery; L shape, that means economy begin growing again, but at a low point is now the baseline. These things have been given by Dr. Tejinder in his session. This is the charts they have shown how we going to recover. The P, that is a V, U, W, L shape. After that, last session is taken by Dr. Kulbhushan Chandel on 28th. They have highlighted the National Education Policy 2020. What are the opportunities and challenges we are going to face in that particular policy? What is NEP? That is basically, it is a comprehensive framework to guide the development of education in the country. The latest policy in India is a third time that was replaced by 1986, and which has been this for taking a so much gap. That is a 34-year gap is there when we are talking about new education policy that come in 2020. What is a vision? Vision is the education system that contributes to an equitable and vibrant knowledge society by providing high quality education to all. Here we are including each and every strata of the society, and that means we insisting skills, value should be there, disposition, that sport, responsibility, responsible commitment to human right, and we get the sustainable development and living and globally well-being, and thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. That is a very much important. After 34-year gap, we have now we have got new national education policy. See, this is a vision of this policy. After that, he covered key points, key principles of NEP. NEP, that means respect for diversity. The people come from the different background, local context, that should be respected. Equity and inclusion should be there. Community participation is there. Use of technology, that means we are using new things, we are using new softwares. That means we have to use a new technology in our classes, and emphasize conceptual understanding. If the students do not have idea about what is the actual concept of this particular topic, that means we have to emphasize on that thing. Unique capability is there, and continuous reviewing, continuous feedback should be there in that particular. These are the 3 principles of NEP. That is a very important things. Another fourth day of the FDP, Faculty Development Program, that is on 29th. The first session is taken by Amit Kamra. This session is swapped with Amit Kamra. Before, this session is taken by Dr. Sandhya Mehta. But the title is Learning Content Management System, Courseware Creation Using Moodle. That is given by Dr. Amit Kamra, GNDC Ludhiana. He explained in a very good manner. He said, what is a LCMS? It is basically a software application for the administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, automation, delivery of educational courses, training program. That is a very important. Another thing he highlighted, an open sources application software developed in PHP under General Public License, a platform for interactive online courses. It facilitates online collaboration and discussion, self-paced collaborative courses. And what is the feature of this Moodle? It is a 24/7 access is there, student collaboration is there, communication tool, report writing is there. It is a very much accessible assessment tool that is that we can use in our courses, in our curriculum also. Another, what are the Moodle? These are the assessment tools. He told us MCQ, single answer, multiple answer, true, false, fill in the blank, drag and drop, matching, short answer, essay, calculated MCQ, video, audio, ZIF. That is there. Another is gamifications, some kind of Sudoku, millennial crossword, some puzzle, world puzzle, snake and ladder, collaborative feedback discussion is there, feedback survey, questionnaire is there. That is these are the Moodle function that divided in 3 different segments. Another thing is, why Moodle? That means today students are digital. We are in the 21st century, we need a digital natives. It is a technology oriented, it is a play oriented, it may prefer graphics also, and we are expecting good speed and random access is there. Teachers are digital immigrants. That means from 20th century generation, we have to adapt a new technology. That means we have to work within a linear fashion. That means we have to prefer the text used to learn, solve in a standalone mode. That again be very much important for teachers' point of view. That means we have to learn these new things in today's 21st century. And another session is taken by on 29th. Second session is taken by Dr. Monica Agarwal from Punjab University. She she elaborate on innovative teaching pedagogy, that new educational paradigm. That is again very much important. She said NEP 2020 and teaching pedagogy. That means we have to increase the emphasis on communication, discussion, debates, research, and this is again an opportunity for cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary thinking. We in the 21st century, we need to collaborate and we need to go for interdisciplinary curriculum also, research also. That is again a very much important in today's world. Communication, how do we communicate as a teacher? That means we are using different things. Blackboard based teaching learning, that is a face-to-face. Technology based teaching, we are using MOOCs, PPT, short-term courses, simulation is there, well-planned lesson should be there, discussion. We in the classes we have to role play, case studies, games, storytelling, debate. That these things make your lecture more interesting. That again a very important part. After that, on the fourth day, last two session covered by Dr. Sanjeev Sharma. The one is Kaizen technique for teacher and avoiding halo effect error. That is again very important aspect. And the second aspect again covered by Dr. Sanjeev Sharma. That aspect is enhancing personal effectiveness through simulation and exercises. In the Kaizen technique, we have to see the things. Kaizen is a continuous continuous updation on continuous progress we have to do in this profession. What is a trend? The trend we have to see effectiveness, how we get how we will get the effectiveness. We have to see that triangle. Ability is there, awareness is there, and our commitment is there when we are in a that particular profession. What is a mega trend? Competition now knows no boundaries. Changing lifestyle, e-business is there, contractual employment is there, activity-based counting. That means at the end, we have to see the customer relationship management. How you going to manage the relation with your customer? That means here in our field, the customer is our student. Customer is the parents of that particular students. Again, how you going to build a long-term relation with that in that particular thing? That is very much important. And sir has elaborated PSPD point, that is predictable sustainability, and that may increase your growth. Long-term growth will be there when we are we are predictable and sustaining. That means translating client to partner, and high value services there. Productivity will be increased if you are predicting, and we need to be see the quality, we need to see the transparency, we need to go for people who are working in that culture, that particular field. That is very much important, and that makes a sustainable development. Sustainable development will be there if these things are happen in in our field. And personal effectiveness, how you going to make more enhancing, how you going to enhance your personal effectiveness, know the real you, learn to love yourself in a true way, have trust in your abilities, make sure you are in a good company, redefining to expand your responsibility, take charges of your life in a proactive way. Now concentrate on whatever you do. That is very much important. On the second day, on the fifth day of faculty development program, that is 30th October, the first session is taken by Dr. Nidhi Futela. She's from Symbiosis, Noida campus. She has taken effective communication, a tool for student engagement. That is again very important. C's are very important in communication. That is a complete, concise, clear, correct, courteous, consideration, concrete. Eye contact should be there, empathy, non-verbal communication, and we have to manage the heterogeneity. That is again, it's very important. Effective communication start with the mutual respect. That is important in our field. Communication that inspire and encourage their best. One of the quote she has taken in our lecture: to effective communicate, we must realize that we are all different in a way we perceive the world, and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with the other. That means we have to see what we are doing. To effectively communicate, in that we have to receive the word and use that understanding as a guide to our communication with the others. How to make communication effective: reading, listening, talking, non-verbal communication. That is a very important. Next session on the fifth day, that is taken by Dr. Arun Kaushik, Assistant Professor, IIM Amritsar. Interdisciplinary teaching and learning techniques. Again, he explained intradisciplinary work within a single discipline, and multidisciplinary people from different disciplines work together, each drawing on their own disciplinary knowledge. cross-disciplinary viewing one discipline from the perspective of another, interdisciplinary related to more than one branch of knowledge. That means here we have to go for interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary knowledge, and we have to go for cross-disciplinary viewing. For that thing, one discipline from the another perspective of another. That is a very important. After that session, Arun Kaushik's session, third session has been taken by Dr. Deepa Sikand-Kaur, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, on 30th October. She explained promoting iterative and experimentation and transformation across curriculum. That is a very important aspect. What she's saying, that aim is to develop 4H curriculum, that is a head, heart, hand, and health. That is a very important thing. The first 3 stages are there: design, implement, and improvement. For that thing, for designing first stage, we have to define the objectives, team identification, content selection and creation, learning experiences, and delivery mode. After that, we have to review all the things in stage 1. In stage 2, implement, deliver, and support should be there. Student assessment should be there when we are applying the design part. Third is a improvement. This is like a input, output, and that is a process. Process is the implementing stage, and here is output. What we have to see the improvements. That means we have to curriculum evaluation, reframing should be there. If something is missing in previous 2 stages, we have to improve in this stage. And what are the key criteria for effective curriculum? That means active engagement, active and engaging classes are there, clear goals are there, learning through experimentation and exploration, content validation by professional standards, productive curriculum, result. Productive, what is productive? If effective and efficiency is there, then you are more productive. That means you will get a more productive curriculum results. Another one is it is a cyclical process: idea generation and improvement, idea generation, evaluation, and improvement. This definition is given by Park and Wong. Again, a very important aspect. Another session on 30th, last session is taken by Dr. Satinder Kumar from Punjabi University. He highlighted pedagogical practices for online and blended courses. That is again important aspect. Online courses, we have to go for Google Meet, GoToMeeting, Zoom. We are using that. Online courses, materials are there, courses are available live. Mind mapping is there, web enhancing courses are there. These are the modes of online learning. That means we are using this in these days. What are the strategies to engage students? That means multiple learning tools are there. Teacher-student interaction should be there. Self-paced learning. Differentiation instruction is there. E-learning, SWOT analysis. E-learning, what is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat from e-learning. That is very much important. Next day, 6th day of faculty development program, that is 31st. The first session is taken by Dr. Ramneek Kaur. This topic is decoding student expectation. That is again a very important thing. What are the categories of students? 3 categories are there. I don't understand your argument. I do not see the point in your argument. I'm already self-reflection. I'm doing self-reflected. These categories of the students are there when we are handling our classes. How these challenges to be corrected, that become learning partners involved together, which in turn would make more teacher and student innovate, develop interest among students, and easily reaching to all the students. And we have to develop the bonding between the students instead of compiling purposes. That means we have to develop a good bond with the students. How do they feel, what they expect. Here are the 5 pillars of justice there: behavioral justice, social, psychosocial justice, procedural justice, environmental justice, professional justice. These things are there. What she has covered these all the aspects in the lecture, what students want. These 4 aspects covered by madam. Raise yourself before you raise your raise your students, and do self control, say, understand, be authentic. The work toward excellence, not purity. Discipline should be there. Transfer and repudiate positive energy. That means synergy is 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. That means we have to collaborate with the many person to create a synergy. That means we are again here we need to spread the positivity, positive energy. Be an egoless creature. We need to be. That means 3 stages are there: id, ego, and superego. We have to balance these 3 stages. That means we have to stabilize our ego. Another session on 31st. Second session is taken by Dr. Tejinder Sharma from Kurukshetra University. He explained strategies for building Atmanirbhar Bharat. That again a very important thing. They have given a he elaborated sector-wise impact. How many sectors are there? Logistic, metal, automotive, entertainment, MSME is there. What is a paradigm? Another session is on the same day has been taken by Dr. Harmeen Sooj. The topic is paradigm shift in education. That for that we have go for online education, active versus passive work behavior, and how you're going to engage the students. And we for that purpose we have to develop good lesson plans. Monitoring, continuous performance should be monitored. Influence in IT in education, educational institutes. That is as we know, in 21st century, in these days we are using more net, more internet. We got a we surf new things daily to check what is this, what is that. Again, this is an influence in net in educational institution. Now again there is a shift in academic performance. Again with these things we are shifting in academic performance in a better way. 3 type of classes would be there. Normal classes, flipped, and blended. That means we have to go for all these things. Teaching effective, that means quality of content you are delivering, and acceptance of content. That is for effective teaching. One has to be motivated, and that means we have to create the interest, and that we have to believe in peoples also. That makes a teaching effective. Master your technology. Whatever you are delivering, by using a particular platform, you need to understand that particular platform. Proper internet connection should be there. Handset with noise cancellation should be there. Don't make the mistake of assuming everything shall run smoothly. Get help where needed. Do test calls also when you are mastering the technology. On that day, 31st, the last session is taken by Dr. Inderpreet Kaur Sandhu, Punjabi University. She highlighted student psychology, problem and promises. First, she elaborate, we have to prioritizing for a productive day. Think, plan, and strategize. Optimize time of classes. Challenging procrastination is there. Be excited to recreate the teaching with the changing time. Make them feel and experience your teaching. That is again a very much important. Another, on the 7th day, on the 7th day, Monday, 2nd November, the first 2 session is taken by Dr. Sukhdev Singh. Insight in student leadership and leadership and motivation techniques. He highlighted what is a motivation. 2 things are there: intrinsic and extrinsic. That again a very much important in students motivation. It is a process of inducing others to how you going to engage your students. ठीक है जी. A motivator is something which is able to satisfy your students need, and what we are getting the outcome of that motivation, that means we are having improving a relationship with the students and teacher. Fall in number of strikes and absenteeism, again that going to be decreases. Increase brand value of institution, that is increased by motivating your students. That is the outcome of motivation. Student motivation, intrinsic motivators and intrinsic and extrinsic. That is a two type of motivation is there. You need to know your students, use real life example for motivation, use variety of student active teachers, teaching activities like group discussion, corporate learning activities, set realistic performance goal, be free with appreciation and constructive criticism. That is a very much important in students' life. Leadership is leadership is open to many interpretations and different definitions. There are probably as many typologies of leadership as there are actual leadership style. Trained professionals should have transformation taking place in socio-economic, socio-political, and socio-cultural. Such transformation warrants the training of the young, competent professionals to steer the system. That again a need of the hour. Next session is taken by Dr. Deepa Skankars, GNDU, Amritsar. The topic is enhancing curriculum effectiveness through feedback and self-evaluation. Madam explained this topic by using these things. What are the aim of curriculum? And we have to develop, the first thing we need to, all the experiences, children have the guidance of teacher. What is the aim of curriculum? The first thing we have to developing successful learners. Second is confident individual. Third one is we want our students would be a responsible citizens also. That again a main aim of the curriculum. Another thing, how the curriculum get effective. That means the extent to which a curriculum program and its implementation produce valid curriculum outcome. It includes identification and description of curriculum among with its objective. Objective should be clear. What is the vision, mission, objective? That should be defined first. The relations with the local and national standards. We have to examine the quality, fidelity, and character of its implementation. That is a very much important in our curriculum. Another aspect is student feedback. Student feedback help the institution in understanding the learner's needs and wants. That is a very much important. When they having a need, when they get the satisfy their needs and want, then after that they want some kind of desires also. The first two things need to be fulfilled. The selection of elective subjects and provide variety of activity and courses will be as the learners need. Result from the students' feedback along with the feedback from their parents and teachers provide a solid base for curriculum revision. That should be there. Whatever the feedback we are getting from the students and from their parents, it is a solid base for a curriculum revision. We should need to taken care of these things whenever we are revising our curriculum. It should be according to the students' feedback and their parents' feedback and the society what they want from this particular curriculum. The last session of 2nd November, that is the 7th day of FDP. Last session is taken by Dr. Karamjit Singh Saini, Chandigarh University. The topic is ethical use of data in digital life and learning. That is a very important thing. Ethics, that means we have to decide what is a good and what is bad. That means it is our moral duty and our commitment. Be ethical is part what define as a human being. These are the codes of ethic he highlighted. Documented set of accepted behavior for professional or social group. It is defined by the group. It identifies specific action as appropriate and or inappropriate. That is again very important. On 8th day of a faculty development program, the first session was taken by Dr. Akshay Girdhar. The topic is understanding graduate attribute of UG engineering in teaching learning process. He explained, this is a summary we have got from his session. What are the graduate attributes? That means we have to go for the first thing, we have to see the problem. We have to analyze the problem. Second is we need to use a modern tool. Third is investigation of complex problem. Fourth one is go for individual and teamwork. Communication is very important, and it would be a lifelong learning for the students as well as for a faculty also. It is the environment and sustainability part is there. After that session, second session has been taken by Dr. Inderdeep Singh, Coordinator, E-Learning Center, IIT Roorkee. The topic is case study of IIT Roorkee during COVID-19 in terms of educational outcome. What they did in IIT Roorkee, he explained very well in this PPT. It includes credit transfer for the course and process implementation by the university. Then domain certification is there, internship for the topper, exam cities, criteria of certification, that is very much there. And after that, we are having a third session. We had a third session taken by Dr. Sandhya Mehta. The topic is developing learning orientation in educational institution. Education purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one. That means it should be reflected. We have to re-examine. Teacher to take the responsibility for their learning. They need effective professional development that allow them to be very reflective, re-examining and redefining ourselves. Pillars of learning institution, that means personal mastery should be there. Team is there. System thinking is the art of a learning institution model where all faculty is there. Building block, that is very important. It is a supportive kind of learning environment. Psychological safety should be there. Appreciation of differences there when we are talking about pillar of learning institutions. That is again important aspect. That means stages of creating a learning institution: awareness, translation, internalization stage. That means we have to hold the vision and trust the process. That is again very important aspect. After that, we are having a session with Dr. Amit Kamra. We had a session with on 8th day was given by Dr. Amit Kamra, designing learning centric MOOCs. He explained what should be the ingredient of the MOOCs: learner-centric mood model, LED, learning dialogues, LXT, learning extension trajectories, LBD, learning by doing, LXL, learning experience transactions. That is again, these are the massive open line courses. These are the short terms used in our open learning courses. After that, on 9th day, we have we had a session, first session that was taken by Dr. Akshay Girdhar, professor and controller of examination. He is a dean academics in GNDC Ludhiana. He explained the learning rubrics for outcome-based engineering education. That means it's a very important aspect. After that, After that, we had a session with Dr. Inderdeep Singh, Coordinator, E-Learning Center, IIT Ropar, innovating and effective practices for teaching, online teaching. He explained MOOCs courses, online courses, Coursera courses, how you're going to register for that. He has taken many queries related to what are the aspect if we are registered in online courses. That means that was a session taken by Inderdeep Singh on 9th day. Third session is taken by Dr. Anupama Sharma, teaching for effective and efficient handling of practical sessions and labs for engineering students by Anupama Sharma. She explained what should be a laboratory experiment provide. That means assessing how a good theoretical model matches a real world analog. That means she explained V labs. I have not very much aware of these kind of labs because I'm a management background. He explained very well, like what is a V lab, how you're going to access that V labs, how many institutions are connected with that particular V labs. That is a very important aspect in today's scenario. How are you going to connect with V labs for laboratory experiments, working and collaborating effectively in teams. After that, on 10th day of FDP, modern pedagogical tools, techniques that is covered by Dr. Monica Agarwal on 9th day. And the 10th day, first session is taken by Dr. Sandeep Singh Gill, Professor and Head Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, NETR Chandigarh. He explained technology-enabled learning and introduction to blended learning and flipped learning. He explained what is a blended learning, what is a flipped learning, what are the benefits we are getting from these two things. That means these benefits providing opportunity for differentiate learning. Students become more independent learners, increasing efficiency. That means we going to maximize class timing, promote active learning, focus on developing higher education, higher order skills. After that, sorry, this slide is should be there, previous one. What to expect, assessment of LMS, cloud-based LMS, use of MI, setting of rubrics for various pedagogies are there. After this session, next session is was taken by Dr. Parampal Singh, Head Department of Business Administration, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College. He explained understanding learning processes, the essence of teaching. That is a very much important. That means we have to go for multiple modalities that should be used for effective teaching. Reinforcement, reward, and punishment may be there, should be there. Create environment of conditional learning for students. Try and break monotony to make every listener attentive. Give live modeling lectures of verbal instruction modeling. Generate attention of audience, make them return what they're listening or learning. Continuous motivation should be there. To remember your behavior will innate from teachers to students. After that session, 10th day, third session was taken by Dr. Anupama Sharma, developing a research acumen, schemes of TQPI, UGC and ACT. She explained very well these kind of things, and that we, apart from teaching, we have to develop the ability of research. We have to go for a research projects. What are the she has given a tips for successful project bidding. Who all what should be there when we are applying for some kind of project. One is a principal invigilator. They have to maintain all the record, budget breakup on a yearly basis, attach quotation, price detailing, focus on research methodology, gap of existing literature, online tracking system is there. And she explained what kind of the CV curriculum what or resume should be there with when you are applying for your some kind of grants that is given by various agency like AICT, UGC, DRDO. So many agencies are government or semi-government agencies are there to help you when you want to fetch some kind of grant related to your research. Last session is taken by Dr. Prashant Gupta, IIM Trichy, on 10th day, curriculum design and building. What is a curriculum? Curriculum, everything that happens in relation to education program. All the learning which is planned, guided by the institution, whether it is carried on the group or individually, inside, outside the instruction. Design is we have to form something structure, something forms should be there. The process analyzes the need, translating the need to codes and journal learning objectives, splitting the objective in subject, grouping the objectives, deriving the subject, specification of required time and syllabus formulation. That means it should be given in a curriculum design and development. What important element of curriculum? Aims and objectives should be clear, content and learning experiences, methods and organization, evaluation. Objective is development of knowledge, skill, value, attitude, and habits. That should be taken care while developing any kind of curriculum. On the 11th day, that is 6th November, the first session was taken by Dr. H.S. Dhal, and Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College. He has highlighted the technique to enhance the students' engagement through effective PowerPoint. How to make the PowerPoint effective? How some of the aspects we are using it while developing the PowerPoint presentation. We have to use the sans and we have to see the font size. We have to see when we are adding the videos and any kind of pictures in that PowerPoint. That should be taken care when we are entering all these in the in our presentations, in our PowerPoints. That should be taken care. Last 3 session was taken by industry experts on 11th day, that is Friday, yesterday. The second session that is taken by Mr. Jaswinder Pogal. He had highlighted the importance of academic industry collaboration. He shared his experience why we need industry academic collaboration when we are talking about some kind of industrial training or 6-month or 7th-month or 9th-month training should be inclined with the industry demand. Which industry is giving you more things, and that we have to incline with the industry also. Second session is taken by Mr. Mahesh Munjal, CMD Hero Majestics Auto Limited. He highlighted the strategies for bridging the industry academia gap. In recent last 4-5 years, he is very much in this particular field. What he did, he arranged one program under CII Ludhiana chapter. What he did, he designed one particular subject topics and invited all the management institution to give their presentation on the particular ideas. In our college, we already had a CII Majestic debate contest in last March, and what he did, he given 7-8 topics to the students, and for a group of 3 students, a team of 3 students, and one teacher should be there involved with that particular group or team, and they make the presentation, and the presentation, which one is the best presentation, he will give the prizes for that particular team. That is a very much motivated affair, and what we can function arranged by Mr. Mahesh Munjal. And the last session is taken by Mr. Gautam Sikri, Managing Director, Ramson Cycles, and he highlighted industry requirement for hiring engineering graduate. What he did in yesterday lecture, he showed one particular video. One that means a Rocket Singh. He said ki I was very much interested in that particular kind of videos that we have shown to our students also. What kind of the things we need in our industry? It is a practical kind of thing. What is happening in our industry? The hope it is okay, and thank you. Any question, any discussion, please be here, and please let me know any question, any query related to faculty development program. Please, I have highlighted each and everything. I want to cover each and every aspect of from last 2 weeks what we have done in our FDP. Please, any question, anything, any suggestion, any query, please let me know. Any question, any query, please. As we
Good morning, ma'am.
We tried our best. Good morning, beta. Good morning, Ruchi.
Ma'am, it was a very, very nice presentation given by you, and we have got the idea what we have done in the 2 weeks. Thank you a lot.
Thank you, Ruchi. Dr. Ruchi.
Thank you,
Any
ma'am.
idea, any query, please related to this FDP. It's most welcome.
Ma'am, exam will be objective, na?
Your exam, it's a MCQ based exam, and it's a 50 question will be there in the exam, and we have given 2 hours time. That's why we have given time to attempt the questions or attempt the test. It's a 2-hour test, and we are going to open at 11:50. And before that, at this time, we have to send the feedback form for overall FDP session that we have from the last 26th to till 7th, and we want feedback from your side. Please open the link and fill the feedback.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sharing here this form and also in our WhatsApp FDP program. Please fill that feedback form, and we are going to open our exam by 12:50. It's a 50 question. 50 question will be there. It is a objective type question, no negative marking, nothing. We just to fetch the certificate, you just score the 60%. That means you need a 60 marks from the particular test. 100 total marks of the this paper is 100, and out of that 100 you have to score 60% marks. That means 60 marks are required to get that certificate. And for these session, we already inform you to watch all the videos with the sessions. We have uploaded all the session on our official GNDC YouTube. You can subscribe that particular channel, official GNDC. Yes, sir. Is the score display simultaneous submission? Yes, sir. Sure, we are also doing the same thing. It's like a quiz form. Google form is there for the test, and all the score immediately released to you, and you will get the emails regarding your scores in your emails. Any question? Any query?
Ma'am, paper easy hai na?
Paper it's based on your that what we have covered. We just asked to the experts to give the questions to us, so it's easy for us, or again it's easy for you as a expertise give that question from that particular sessions.
Okay.
All the question given by the experts of this FDP.
Then those questions will be difficult.
No,
Question
it's
from
not difficult. As we have gone through that particular test, that are not difficult. 4 choices will be there, and you have to choose the right option for that only. I think it's not a difficult one. Whatever we have covered in the last 2 weeks, the question is based on that. Syllabus is just okay. Wish you a very good luck and all the best. We will start a quiz at 11:50. We will send you the link at 11:50. It's a 2-hour test, and it's up to you. You will take 2 hours or 1 hour.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful FTP and for the great learning you have provided to this course.
If you want to refer any kind of material, then we already send you the PPT. The PPT on WhatsApp faculty group. We already send you the PPT of the student session summarize and key points of faculty development program. That's why we had this kind of session. Some of the people skipped that 2 or 3 sessions. Certification will be given to those who have scored 60% marks. 60 number chahiye ji. At 3:30 we will start. At 3:30 we will start a valedictory ceremony. We have invited Dr. Mr. Jot Singh, Managing Director, GST Group, Ludhiana. So please be there at 3:30 for valedictory ceremony. At the end, I would like to thank all the participants who have joined this faculty development program sponsored by AICTE, organized by Department of Business Administration, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College. Thanks a lot for your patience, and from last 2 weeks you are there with us. And last but not the least, I would like to thank to my MBA students, especially Rimal Kashyap and Jaspreet Kaur, who are there throughout the faculty development program from 9 to 5 p.m. with me. They did lot of efforts. Thank you so much. Please fill the feedback also. Thanks Lord Prabjot ma'am. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Please be there. Please fill the feedback, overall feedback, and we will get you back here at 11:50. We are sending the link of test here also by 12:50 and in our WhatsApp group also.